Hi, Creative Scrapbooker Magazine here. It's Kim and we've got another technique taster. Today I want to show you how to do this winter card that would be good for, it could be a birthday, it could be a hello, it could be a thank you. I've done it as a hello. And we're just going to incorporate a little bit of mixed media technique into some card making. I find mixed media can be a little overwhelming, so we're just going to pare it down to a couple of products that will give you this really cool card with lots of texture that I don't know if you can fully see, but you'll see how it works. So I am using Creative Memories Mix and Match Royal Blue only because I've used up the red in this project. We're going to be using Echo Park's Snowflake Stencil, and we're using Ranger, see if you can see this, gel medium, as well as the texture paste. We're getting a little bit of a glare there. So let's get started here. I've pre-cut some sheets here because you don't need to see me cutting paper. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use gel medium to adhere our paper to our cardstock. And the reason we're doing this is so that it will give us a surface to work on that won't warp the paper so much. I had to find my words there. So we're just going to take the gel medium and put it on the back of our paper and be messy and liberal with it. Don't be afraid to use it. And then we're going to stick it on top. And don't worry about the size and the angle. And then afterwards we will go over the top. So that was the gel medium. It's a matte finish and it seals the top so that it will take other product and not warp the paper. You have to let this dry, so through the magic of video, I have one that's already dry, just like that. So our next thing that we're going to do is to take the texture paste and we're going to create this really lovely snowflake that comes onto the top of this. For the stencil, it's a little 6x6 stencil from Echo Park that we're using, and I'll get my big hands out of the way there. And then we are going to lay it over top of our paper. Usually I would have this taped down, so bear with me if it curls a little tiny bit. I'm going to use a palette knife and a generous amount . And then once it's all on, lift it up and we have this gorgeous texture on our card. I would use a heat gun on this to dry it, or you could just let it dry on its own. If you use a heat gun, it might get a little bit puffy, and that's okay. That just creates texture. Once it's dry, I would cut it down so that it would fit on my cardstock. I've used the navy blue cardstock from Creative Memories and just a white piece of cardstock to layer the top. The flower is built with the Creative Memories Mix and Match flower embellishment, so I just layered a few of these little flowers together and put one of the rhinestones on top. And then this little tag is all hand done. And what I've done for that is I've just taken one of the Creative Memory markers and write hello, or whatever your sentiment is. And then I've taken another color and colored in all of the loops. Now the blue doesn't show up as well as the red, but just color in the loops. You can practice a few times, as you can see that I've tried some down at the bottom here. Then I would cut this out and then I would tuck it under there, just like I have this one here. Add a little foam dot underneath to lift it up, And for that, I've used the Creative Memories foam squares, and the rest of my project is all put down with the Creative Memories tape runner. So that is how you can easily add some mixed media to your card making, and it's a little less intimidating than throwing everything together all at once. Thanks for watching.